You got your mark. Got your mark. Oh, there's a chickie. Where did they go? Oh, go here. Okay, chicken. Get there. Oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna get that one right there. Ready? Here we go. Chickie. I guess no chickie for supper. I tried. But wait a minute, I got plan B. I'll be right back. I got dinner. What do you think, guys? He's so cute. I decided I don't want to eat you after all. I'm going to put you down now. You've been a good sport. Bye, chickie. There you go. So we promised earlier that we were going to be visiting a brewery here today, and now the moment has arrived. So we're here at the Muskoka Cottage Brewery with the founder and president, Gary McMullen.
Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you. We're really happy to be here. So tell us a little bit about the brewery.
Muskoka Cottage Brewery was founded in 1996 by myself and my partner Kirk Evans, right. And so next year will be our 15th anniversary actually. We make all natural beer. All of our products are all natural, unpasteurized, and best served fresh. We have 5 main products in our portfolio, ranging from the Pilsner Light over to the Dark Ale, and our flagship brand is our Muskoka Cream Ale.
Aha, yes, we've tried that. Great. I can see why it's the flagship.
And we understand that the water actually comes from the Muskoka Lakes?
Yeah, the water is actually drawn from Lake Muskoka, and it's fantastic water for brewing beer. It's very soft. The only hardness that exists is what we call a temporary hardness. And so it's very easy to brew with. Soft water makes great lager beers, and it's very easy to modify slightly to make fantastic ales as well.
Now you mentioned a lager and an ale. What's the basic difference between the two of those?
Primary difference is the type of yeast that's used to ferment the beer. Typically ales were what we call top fermenting yeast, and lager were bottom fermenting yeast. And what that meant was generally in an ale yeast fermentation, the yeast would settle to the top of the fermentation vessel for harvesting, and the lagers would settle to the bottom. With more modern brewing practices, we collect yeast from the bottom of all vessels. But now the primary difference between ale and lager is really the temperature that you ferment the beer at. So an ale it favors a lower temperature.
Wait a second, what's wrong with this picture? We're here at the brewery and we don't have any
beer.
What's going on here?
How about some
Gary,
cream ale?
come on now.
So what are you going to pour us, Gary?
I'm going to pour some of the cream ale off.
The cream ale, okay. Now that's the ale that we tried this morning at the top of the day.
So smooth.
Yeah. So the cream ale is our flagship brand, as I mentioned, and it is. It's been, for the first 3 years of the business, it was the only beer we made.
That's a lot of beer.
It's a big beer, yeah. So,
it was the only beer you made for the first 3 years?
From 1996 to 99 was the only beer we made.
Okay.
And had tremendous success with it. It won an award at the Great Canadian Brewing Festival in 1996, just after we opened, as the best Canadian ale. And then the year following that, it won Best Beer of the Show as in People's Choice. So right out of the gates, it's been a popular beer. It's quite unique. It's a nice amber colored ale.
Cheers.
Cream ale. Cheers.
Not a lot of foam on top. Is that the way you're supposed to do that?
No, it should be a little bit more foam than that, but I'm not a master pourer.
Oh, you're a master brewer.
Cheers.
Well,
I'm a master drinker. No, just kidding.
So tell us a little bit, how is beer made? Like we're going to go back there and have a look, but in general, what's the process?
Beer is a very simple product in many respects. There's 4 primary ingredients. There's malt, primarily 2-row malt is what we use from Western Canada, and some specialty malts. So that you have the malt, you have hops.
Secret ingredient, is that it?
The secret ingredient, there's a bunch of secret ingredients, but they're all stem from the same 4 basic ingredients: malt, hops, water, and yeast, and that's it. So in our brewery in particular, we have the rule we put in place for ourselves is it's all natural. So we put the ingredients on our cans. so you know what's in the can. There's
and
no.
Didn't you say, Gary, that alcohol is one of the, I think is the only product that does not require that you put the ingredients on the...
Yes, actually that's true, and so many breweries don't put the ingredients on. We put them on because we think people want to know what they're drinking.
Yeah.
And it puts limitations on us as a brewer in terms of what we can do to drive out shelf life and other things like that. So our beer is best fresh, as I mentioned before. We have an enjoy before code on all of our cans, so that people can know that they're getting fresh product.
And great name, Muskoka. Now, who doesn't know Muskoka? Seriously.
Yeah, it's a fantastic name to start a brewery with. I think, as I mentioned before, when you mention the word Muskoka, people generally have fond memories of vacation time or relaxing with the family on the lake, just getting away with friends, weddings. Lots of people do their weddings up in this area as well. So there's always good memories associated with Muskoka, which makes it easy for us to get the brand out there. So.
Absolutely. Now this is a delicious beer. We've already tried this one before, and I know we don't have a lot of time left, but I know you've got a variety of beers. Do we have time maybe to try one more?
Well, yeah, what I'll do maybe, if you don't mind, is I'd like to show you the Muskoka Hefeweiss beer.
Okay.
This is it's a German style wheat beer. It's brewed to authentic German styling, so it has 50% wheat malt in it, and it's partially unfiltered, so you will get a bit of a haze off of it. And what's unique about it is the aroma that you get off.
Oh, the glasses are getting a little small now. What's going on here?
Give me the small glass. So there's a sample of that.
Doesn't want to waste the good stuff.
Now, are there any beers that women typically enjoy more than others, and likewise with gentlemen?
Actually, the Hefeweiss beer has been very popular with our female drinkers, and if you sort of close your eyes and take it up to your nose and smell it, you'll get some pretty unique characters for beer. I don't like to tell people what they smell. I like to ask them, what do you smell? But typically what you'll get is a banana note.
That's what it is.
Maybe some spice.
Orange too.
Yeah, a little bit of spice.
I get banana big too.
Yeah. And also some people get a bit of a bubblegum note from it, but everyone's perception is slightly different.
Right.
But what's key about this style is that, of course, the four main ingredients are malt, hops, water, and yeast. And traditionally, hops are what give the beer its aroma. So in the case of our cream ale, we use what we call a cascade hop to give it that nice floral nose.
Right.
With the Hefeweiss beer, or wheat beers, you don't want a hop aroma in the beer, so we only add the hops at the start of the kettle boil for bitterness, and then we don't add any aroma hops at all. So the nose that you get off the beer is actually a byproduct of the fermentation, which is quite unique in beer styling. So
now I have another question. In wine appreciation, there's the sight, the smell, and the savoring or the slurping of the wine. Is there a process when you're enjoying beer? Is there a way to do that?
It's a little more easygoing with beer.
No slurping allowed.
So typically what we do try to, want to have a clean palate when you're tasting beers. When we do our tastings here weekly, we do them in the morning just before lunch when, we haven't had coffee, we haven't had a lot of food, so our palates are fairly clean. And typically you want to, take small amounts and savor them and move them around your mouth, because you want to move them around your tongue through the various sweet, sour moments. Very similar, because you get very different tones off the beer. So not quite as complex, but still there is some basic rules if you want to really extract all of the goodies out of the beer, so to speak. So.
And speaking of goodies, what about food and beer pairing? I see there are some goodies over there.
Yes, there is.
Any rules that we should apply when pairing the two?
Well, food is actually, or beer is actually it's great for food pairing. It's very flexible. We have within our own portfolio a broad range of styles of beers, from a Pilsner Light that's sort of an authentic European style Pilsner, to our dark ale, which is a mild brown ale. And you typically, like a great food pairing for the dark ale would be, we actually had a brewmaster's dinner at the Griffin Pub this past Sunday, and they did a dessert which was a nice chocolate cake with a raspberry reduction, and it paired fantastically with the dark ale. The key with the cake is you don't want it too sweet, because if it's too sweet it overwhelms the beer, but it's a nice match. Typically you can use beers to complement the flavors in the food, or ones that really contrasted as well. Another good example would be doing like a jerk chicken or a jerk beef with the Pilsner Light. Pilsner Light with a nice crisp, dry, and well hopped character helps, you know, cool your mouth down a little bit as you're eating the jerk chicken or the jerk beef. So lots of flexibility. It's actually a real growth area for us in the industry is doing food pairings. Brewmasters dinners are very popular now. The folks at the Griffin fill the house every Sunday when they do it. So
all right. Awesome. Well,
thank
I
you,
was never a
Gary.
beer drinker, but I think these are both pretty good.
We might be
How much time
converted
have we got?
to the beer ladies instead of the wine ladies. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. Thanks, Gary.
cheers.